Say you don't like the life I live. Girl, let's talk about it. Alright, I'm always on the grind. Yeah, let's talk about it. Always got money on my mind. Girl, let's talk about it. Say you don't like this life of mine. Wanna talk about it. Yeah, I'm always on the grind. Let's talk about it. Okay, I gotta shine. Let's talk about it. Always got money on my mind. Girl, let's talk about it. Say you don't like this life of mine. Let's talk about it. Okay, I'm always on the grind. Girl, let's talk about it. Yeah, I gotta shine. Let's talk about it. Always got money on my mind. Girl, let's talk about it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. What's going down? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That way. That way. Yeah. Ooh, we got the goddess all the way from Jamaica. Indigo. Healing with
Yes.
Indigo. There we go. Yeah. KK, Dallas, Texas, representing. But what's up, world? Happy Sunday. What's good, goddess? We got a. Is we doing the energy clearing yet? Have we?
Oh, let's listen. We got a new way to come on the show. We're gonna cleanse the energy before we get
God,
started.
there we go.
So let me go ahead. Just take a moment. It's a moment of silence. Y'all just need about 10 seconds. All right. That's it. That's it.
Aye,
So that's
real
a couple
talk.
tunes, you know. Put a little Ricky in it. Splash y'all with some love. You feel me?
Uh, right there for real. Right there. We're gonna heal it. I mean, hey, say so guys, people out with the introduction. We're gonna talk about the God's gene, how we can create or destruct. And
Right.
Kamala Harris speaks on depopulation. Hey man, we got to hit them with some gems. Yeah, we got to hit them with some gems today.
You gotta get it going.
But we got to get it.
So I mean, I think we should start with Kamala's ignorance.
Man, if we start with Kamala's ignorance, I mean, look at here. I mean, for anybody out there who didn't see the ignorance that we really are speaking on, hey, we got it right here for you.
14 seconds worth of ignorance, y'all.
14 seconds. Let's check it out. Let's see what Mrs. Oh my gosh. Let's stop sharing that real quick. Went on the wrong thing there. All right. Yeah, but this is hold on. We got it. Oh my gosh.
Look, y'all. It's okay.
Yeah, I know a little technical deal because it wasn't that night, but here we go. You know how this go too when you get to a point where you putting something of the source out. You know things like this do tend to take place. But hey, with no further ado, let's get back to this right here. Here we go. All right, my bad for the distraction, now, man. Let's get to it. Now we're gonna look at what she is speaking about here in reference to depopulation.
Think about the impact on something like public health. When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water. Think about the impact on something like public health. When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe.
Whoa, whoa. Oh, we said, did we hear this word?
Yes. Yes.
We heard this word.
We heard this.
So, hey, because this is the topic today. Speaking on the God gene, we can create or destroy. She just said the way for our children to breathe clean air is to lessen the population.
Kill people. Oh, sorry. Unalive people. I'm
Man,
trying to say the K word.
man, unalive people.
This is actually why the Georgia Guidestones collapsed. This is why their new world order will not work. It's the way of the universe. So you know, their ultimate plan will not work because that's just pure ignorance. Yes, people will suddenly unalive, and a lot of people are passing, but that it's not going to work.
Nah, it's definitely not gonna work. And to get so a lot of people like speaking on the problems. I think it's a great thing to tackle the problems, but you have to also tackle the solution. So we were speaking on the God gene. There are changes with the moon right now. There are portals being opened up by nature, and then there's also portals that man is attempting to, with the CERN, different things of that. So when we get on the God gene, the ability to create or destroy, and what Kamala Harris just spoke on with the needing to depopulate. Do you think the need to depopulate because humans, because we want to eat the animals, put them all in the zoo? Where's the influence coming from, and how's the God gene connected?
Okay, so I think that every soul needs to be restored. If it cannot be restored, then it needs to be put in a realm that it belongs in. And that's why I tell people, if you stay in the 3D, once the 3D is gone, you go to the 1D and the 2D, and that's real life hell. You feel me? So people don't get that. And then when they leave religion, they say, "Oh, there is no such thing as heaven and hell. Like you're just dumb as shit." Because the higher realms are heaven, and the lowest realms, which we're in, two more lower, is hell.
Mm.
So when it comes to the creator gods, we have to say, what was their purpose? What did they do? Um, you ask people, and they say the Most High wanted to experience Himself. That's why each one of us is rare. That's why no one of us is the same, not even twins, because he or the universe, the great mother, the great father, they wanted to experience their self in a trillion, cotillion different souls. And once they started going into that recessive, I just think everything just opened wide up.
Wow, wow. I wasn't gonna even say or thinking about what you said. When you start thinking about everyone wants to experience other self, have all these different experiences. So, with that being said, if it's experience with food, if it's experience with people, they say too much of anything can be bad for you. So when people are actually practicing where nothing is never enough, um, you're gonna eventually consume the planet because we can't create or destroy. We can plant seeds or we can plant no seeds, but we all need to eat the vegetables. I mean, I don't know. It don't make no sense. It's like you plant with this hand, you pull with this hand. You give with one hand, you receive with the other hand. There has to be a balance. So when it comes to that balance, has our balance more so tipped it to the lens of destruction more so than creating?
I think that every single person is playing their role exactly how they're supposed to. I feel like every single body, people will say like, "Oh, we think we're better than, people." And to be honest, I'm not even going to compare myself to someone who's still in the material world.
Mm.
You feel me? And I'm not going to compete with my people in the higher realms who I know operate on that frequency. So I just feel like everybody is different. And they all just don't come from where we come from. And I done said that a billion times. They don't come from where we come from. They are not what we are, and they will never see what we see.
Man, and I think that's the crazy but really dangerous thing in this world that we live in. there is a world that we can't see, and then there's a world that we physically can see. Um, but we're attracted so much to having to buy new things, want new things. Only what our eyes see is, so we don't see our actions. A lot of times we don't see our actions. We don't see what we do to bring the spirit or the energy of certain things to ourselves. We don't see that. So this is where the God gene to me gets kind of tricky. People say believe, have faith. We're taught all these different things, but not just really to live, put out a certain energy so certain energy come back. It doesn't exist. People think marriage is when somebody bends on, on a knee, will you marry me? But they don't look at the energy that when they actually marry to a person, they don't look at that as marriage. I just say with so much dysfunction in the world, how do we get to the part where we're more so creating? Because like I said, I think it's dangerous when you have good people, um, people, people that are actually sent here to the world to give people another chance that you spoke on. You sit here, it's like a person's last chance to do the right things. And they see that, oh, this feels good, this is what I'm supposed to do. But they have more so of the animal side. Like it's a constant desire for more. And that constant desire for more, I think which the constant desire for more could be a great thing. If you are building a nation and you are looking for your nation to have more so they're not struggling, that's a great thing to develop. But if you're thinking on the playing field of just, you
On
said,
the reptilian mind.
yes, where I just want to experience everything myself more and more and more, I don't know. It becomes to, I think that's how we got to where we are on this planet anyways. Like, something wants more. It devours the animals, the people, whatever. It's never going to be enough. So a certain people that knows, like, there's billions of people going through certain things and they don't know. But then there's another few millions of people saying, let them people go. Let their brains, they begging for those people to release themselves. Like you actually need these people to wake up. It's not like some people are awoke and they're better than the people that sleep. Like, no, the people that know need the other people to wake up because shit, like you, yeah, the bigger, yeah, the bigger the people say, bigger the net worth, bigger the network, bigger the net worth. Got it.
Yeah, I think collectively, like I said, though, some people were programmed since birth to just be the opposition. You feel me? So that's why they can't see. And people say, well, how can we see and no one else can see? Why can't they open their eyes? Because they're not programmed to.
Mm.
This is a matrix just like video games. I always talk about it. It's the same, it's equivalent to a video game matrix. Earth Earth's matrix. So again, if they're not programmed to do so, they're not gonna ever see. And we have to be okay with some people never seeing. We have to be okay with some people not moving forward into our evolution, into our rebirth, because that's just what it is. You move into bigger and better things, and then people will tell you, well, you think you're better than me. Like, no, you can move up with me, but we can't stay here.
So I mean, I would ask you that: are there certain people um that maybe you don't feel like you better than? It is with the language we speak. Is there a nice way to say some things? You might not.
I
Uh-huh.
will not waste my time with them.
There we
Just
go.
like
There
the
we go.
ancestors told me from their mouth. When I channeled, our guides, they told me to not waste another minute. None of us evolved souls need to waste another minute with people who cannot or will not see. And I've been saying that since my first time on the show.
That's real
You feel
talk.
me? That is, we have to help build those who we know, though our tribe. Anybody other than the tribe, the actual awakened souls, they're a step away from NPCs. They're a step
Mm.
away from zombies. You feel me? And then those on the fence, you you can't pick your side, so you're still stuck, and you're gonna be dragged lower because you won't be dragged higher.
That's 1,000. That's 1,000. I think we where you have to pick a side. Can you still hear me? So something just clicked out.
Yeah, I
All
can
right,
hear you
all right,
now.
word life. Yeah, no, you definitely have to pick a side because we're at a point to where it's some people look at it live or die. We're gonna call it ascension. The earth is going through an ascension process. So if you are going up, if you're in the water and somebody's scared, like they about to drown, and you telling them, "Hey, calm down. You're gonna drown both of us." That person is probably out of their fear. They're gonna sink you too. So if you are ascending higher, you don't need to connect. You can't connect with everybody energy. I mean, it's a sad thing when they say everybody can't go. A lot of people look at it like people do. I'm one of the people that want to take everybody, have everybody experience a higher level of peace. I think it's what it develops up to because whoever is at the top, the peace that they don't have is trickling down to the others. So if you can develop peace within nations, just the fact of people saying I have peace of mind, clarity, I'm not in fear. The fact that all this adrenaline and blood is running through people because they are always thinking of destruction. I don't think there's too many people that actually look and are even thinking of how we can create. And you're right. We're not even supposed to connect. We're not even opposed. Yeah, we're not even supposed to worry about what others are on no more. I am.
No, because they keep dragging us down to that vibration.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they don't know what the higher is. They don't know what we come from and what vibrations we're in sync with. They've never felt that shit, and they don't know what it is. They don't give a damn. So the only option we have is to keep being dragged lower. They're not going to be able to drag themselves higher. It's impossible.
Yeah, and that's not an option. That's not an option. Like yeah, dragging others lower. I think that's where it's at. Like if you want to be low, I think man, like there should be a separation. There has to be a separation, and that separation is what we're seeing take place in the universe right now. We are seeing a
Absolutely.
separation. Well, we seeing a huge,
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah, and it's undeniable. And I think that this is necessary. And I think people should be content with it. You should be content. You should be happy. It's one of those things like, damn, like I dodged a bullet, like literally. It's like one of those things like you separate from a relationship that you were struggling with for 20 years, and then once you separate, you think, damn, I lost this person, but then you have so much beautiful and you have so much beauty in the front of you if you only look at where you're presently at. Well, we got to quit looking in that rearview mirror for real. 1,000%. The separation is great. I think it's the best thing that could possibly happen to the universe, and it's necessary. You know, I think it's necessary.
Definitely. It
Yeah.
is. It is actually what's going on with our new moon. I just wrote a status about the new moon in Cancer. Cancer is a very emotional placement, sign. Um, so that's all. It's bringing you a lot of things to discard, to remove from you. It's showing you blatantly like what's not for you. So
Man, and it's true.
some good energy and some bad energy, but people say it's bad, but I'll say there's no such thing. Not when you already on a healing journey. Every little thing is like a jewel for us, something for us to apply.
Speaking of that, God is we talking about the levels of consciousness. So I want you to explain to us this chart as to say here. This little chart, this levels of consciousness chart that you sent here for me. Let me see if I can get it to pull up. Oh my God. All right, don't worry. So, yeah, I get that pulled up. But you said this level of consciousness chart. I just read it from here. It's a level of consciousness chart. Now, we really need to get them to see this, but it's giving me a little issue here. But yeah, so with the level of consciousness, do you think this is the reason that we're not able to communicate? Because some people seem more. You almost think some adults you're talking to is almost talking to a child. It is almost like talking to somebody. Is it really the level of consciousness? Um,
It definitely is,
yeah,
honestly. You
yeah,
feel me?
yeah.
If we could show them the chart, they'd see how the lower your root chakra spirals all the way up here to your crown, and as above, so below. How you feel is what realm you are operating off of. And I have to tell people, not when you're crying because you're healing for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because people be like, well, I cried yesterday. That's not mean that you're in a low vibration. That means that you were healing. Or, I have to tell people that this is a state. People who don't want to learn more, they're stuck. Even there's an even in between level of the consciousness. There's a middle part where you're still kind of stuck on the chart. You feel me? Where you can even have so much information and so much knowledge, so much, and you still stuck.
Mm.
So I think it all depends.
Hey, and that's real. I think that's a level of being real. This is where the process is. There's a level of being conscious where you get negative thoughts about money, about everything that's around you. You start thinking all of it is BS until you start realizing that you have to have a balance of those things that you know are around you and the spiritual that you've never tapped into. Even though it's brand new, you still have to balance out those objects. You have to balance out the objective realm and the subjective realm. There's still a balance in between it. If you want to accumulate and be able to take care of things around you, so that there's still a balance in between it. Because some people become so spiritual to where they're still not able to connect with the mass majority. You can become spiritual and still be able to connect or help activate other parts of the population. People don't have to be where you at to communicate. Yeah, so the level of disruption where people can't communicate, it becomes difficult to understand because a lot of children come here, they can't walk or talk, but they can already communicate. People communicate with dolphins, sharks, all of these different things, but human beings that are supposed to be developed, advanced, can be taught how to do jobs, they can't communicate. Yes, this is the God gene. Real talk. As y'all see, she explaining. Yeah, she explaining the most right now. Yeah, y'all know how it go for real. But yeah. Hey, it's just higher vibrations, the level of consciousness. Yeah, we got to be able to communicate with each other and be real because there are a lot of people that become spiritual and they can't connect with the population. I don't know what Indigo got. She got the most power.
Man, I'm trying to listen. I'm trying
Yeah,
to tell my son that my other son's about to wake up, and you know how kids do. They don't listen, and he
yeah,
don't woke everybody up now. But
yeah,
it's cool. I'm over
yeah,
here like get
yeah,
out. But
yeah,
it's cool.
for real. But yeah, so you sent photos of the 7-7 portal. Would you mind talking about that? I know the moon, the 7-7 portal, and the levels of consciousness, because I think all these things are connected to what we're experiencing, the vibrations we're experiencing on the planet right now. Um,
So
yeah,
there was 3777 portals this month. Well, one more is on the 25th. Um, Today is one. and of course the seventh was one. So this portal brings a lot of good luck, enlightenment, alignment, on top of the Cancer energy from the new moon. And what I was telling them was all cardinal signs will feel the new moon energy. So seven is the number of spirituality. It represents your soul journey. So yeah, it's just a lot. Each portal, each thing, every month is always something big for you to try to dive into and unlock. Um, what else did I see? Balance, cosmic justice, and that has a lot to do with Saturn being here. So a lot is aligning for people to get that divine justice that they're seeking. Um, for real, there's a lot aligning. Partnerships, love. I see a lot of people having problems, and I'm trying to tell them. I mean, if it's not for you right now, it's going to be the one to tell you this energy. So
And that's a good thing. You said a lot of good out of there. Like some people look at it as bad, but 777. When you see that, man, that means you hit the jackpot. Um, if something is not for you, stop. It's like you said. You said cancer and you said feelings. When you think about cancer, that is a very emotional sign, but that can be a dangerous sign too. By the way, like it's a two-sided coin. So with those emotions, yeah, use them to create. Use them emotions to create because what did in the godly? I don't know what's going on, right? All right, so yeah, I lost my whole train of thinking. Oh my gosh,
don't lose your train of thinking.
I know, seriously, I lost my whole train of thinking. But it's the energies. It is the energies, and yeah, it's the energies. You can feel the energies.
Oh, hold on, cause
Yeah.
see, I got my wand.
There we go.
You
There
know,
we
I be kicking
go.
people off my
Ah, she
lives.
did.
Our
She said,
lives, you
"Look."
know, y'all got to
She
get off
said,
these
"Look."
lives.
Yeah, she said, "Look."
Get your
Hey,
ass off
look.
the lives.
Hey. That's it. That's what we at. We gonna keep this popping. Best to say that because hey, we got new introductions coming up. We don't even want to speak on the great things that we have coming up. See, we actually are planning and actually being part of the change. People want to talk about change, but they really comfortable. They fear being different. We are going to be not only doing the podcast, taking these things to another level. We're going to do business. People are going to see the action and the movement of what we actually have going here. And I think this is where we have to go. We got to be very on point and confident,
Strategic.
strategic and confident. Like let's not lack confidence. When don't feel uncomfortable because the rest of the world is saying they feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? If they feel uncomfortable, let them people feel uncomfortable. Get great in being great. Like it is okay to say I am perfect or I will be perfect. If I'm not perfect yet, I'm on the way because you can tell me if I'm wrong. You can tell me if I'm right. I'm not gonna feel affected by it. I'm gonna learn from it. Either I'm gonna learn from it or I'm gonna say, this person has my best interest. They probably don't. They probably don't. Whatever it is, man. Like, yeah, it's that time. But be confident, man. Whatever you in, be confident in what you're confident in.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm coming for YouTube. I'm finna start linking my channel.
Hey, yeah, it's that time. It is that time. It is that
Letting y'all
time.
know. I'm coming for YouTube. Y'all, Goddess Indigo 212. We're coming. The raw truth
Hey, it's it's
is coming
it's
for YouTube.
it's on the way. It's on the way. The raw
It
truth.
is.
And, yeah, and we're not holding no punches. We're not holding no
No,
punches. On the raw truth,
no.
yeah, we mean the raw truth. And yeah, anybody's out there, if you definitely if people that want to get, we're not here for it. I say we're not for everybody. One of the people we gonna know. We're not for it. And we will pull out the sage, we'll pull out the rabbit foots. And we do
Yes.
yeah, we do real
I got
things.
I got some Palo Santo, you
There we
know,
there we go.
whatever
Yeah, we'll ward.
whatever is
Yeah,
needed.
yeah. We'll ward it off. Like, Hey, we're warded off. But hey, yeah, we definitely we're gonna be on the building hill type of frequency. And like I say, it's Sunday. So a lot of people, back in the day used to dedicate Sunday to church and all these type things. But we will speak on the creating and destruction, because we see the destruction all the time. We want to start seeing this healing type of energy. And before we even go off of this today, Indigo, it's just a little early day thing we doing. I want to do something later for the people. What do you think about men having men talk and the women? We have a balance going on right now. So when the women get off and they have the women talk, do you think there's talk for women and there's certain talk for men? What do you think about this? Because we're speaking on the healing energy.
I'm not going to say too much, but what I feel like is the women can't learn from the men if they don't know, and the men can't learn from the women if they don't know. So I feel like um, everything came from the creators. You feel me? So again, how do you exclude masculine and feminine?
Mm.
Um, how are we going to learn as a whole? How do they teach their women or talk to their women if they, I have a lot probably to say about that. So that'll be a good talk.
Hey, and we're gonna hit that. I'm not gonna go into it either because I don't think you could say it better. That's why we got Indigo on here, because she streamlined everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, she don't even have to say nothing to put it all in a bunch. But yeah, that definitely is a topic that I think we could tackle, because I think this is the reason why the men can't actually know what the goddess is looking for. Why the goddess don't
Yeah,
actually
they
know.
they hate women. They
Yeah,
truly hate women.
yeah.
They do. I don't know if it's an ego thing that makes them like not want to come out as gay. I'm not sure, but it's something.
Man, I see it from
It's
house to
something.
house. Like if the men come around, somebody woman there, she be like, "Oh, I need to leave because the men are talking." I might hear something on accident that's gonna make her feel like she did something wrong because she was hearing men talk. It's like the weirdest shit in the world. The women talk. Oh, I want a man like this or that, but they afraid the man is gonna get offended. Like, hey man, we gotta cut it out. Like if we gonna ever get to a point of resolution or actually knowing the other species, we're gonna have to see we're more alike than different. So I definitely think that's something that yeah, definitely a topic we have to go into, actually bring in these bonds and get things back to a natural order. Because I think that is one of the most dangerous things that you can do, is think that the women don't need to be around the men and the men don't need to be around women. Man, that's a dangerous suggestion.
That's the problem now. I'm telling you,
That is a dangerous suggestion.
definitely a big problem. But we'll
Man,
go into it. We'll go into it.
most definitely. So yeah, we gonna set that up. We're gonna tap in with y'all later, and like we always do about this time. Y'all could have been anywhere, but y'all was here with us. God body, word life. We out there.